Hi everyone, my name is Cyprianne and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the Whispering Lace tie-back hairband or headband. So this is made out of cotton yarn, but of course you can make it out of acrylic if you prefer acrylic, but being that we're heading into the warmer months, I thought that cotton would be very nice. So before we get to the tie end, we make a taper here at the end and then we can tie it closed. I wear headbands a lot, and one thing that drives me crazy is how they ride up at the back. And sometimes I think they do that just because it's thick at the bottom, and so it kind of gets pushed up. So that's why I decided to make this tapered and with a tie. And I find my Summer Breeze headband, which I'll leave a link to below, always stays in place. That and the cotton is a little bit grippy. This is a really easy pattern. It's just single crochet and chain stitch. This isn't a beginner video in the way that I'm not showing you how to make the stitches, but if you're a beginner that knows how to crochet, then definitely you will be able to make this headband. And you can see here, this is just a few of them that, that I've made because I got a little bit carried away when I was making them because they were fun. So I will put all the materials in the video here so that you can grab those. But to get started, you just need 25 grams of worsted weight yarn, and I use a 4mm hook. If you don't have a 4mm, I've done this texture all the way up using a 6.5. However, it will be a lot thicker and it won't be quite so sturdy. That was one of the reasons I went down to a 4mm, was I didn't want the headband to sort of bunch up and stuff when I was wearing it. And by going down to the 4, you get a sturdier fabric. Okay, so I'll just pause the video, grab your supplies, and then we will jump right in and get started. And this is going to move pretty quickly because it's a very easy texture to make. See you soon. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to be doing, starting with our slip knot, is just chaining 6 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then working into the second chain from the hook, so that's 1, 2. We're going to work a single crochet, followed by 2 chains, and work another single crochet right back into that same stitch. Then we're going to be skipping the next chain and working into the 3rd chain. We'll work a single crochet, followed by 2 chains, 1, 2, and work a single crochet right back into that same stitch. Then we're going to skip the next and work in the last stitch. We're going to single crochet, chain 2, 1, 2, and work a single crochet right back into that same chain. So there you've got 3 chain 2 spaces. Chain 1 and turn. And then we're going to be working into the chain 2 spaces. So we're going to work a single crochet, chain 2, 1, 2, work back into that chain 2 space, a single crochet. Then we're going to work in the next chain 2 space. We're going to work a single crochet, followed by 2 chains, 1, 2, work back into that chain 2 space, a single crochet. Then we're going to go to the last chain 2 space, work a single crochet, followed by 2 chains, 1 and 2, and work back into that last chain 2 space with a single crochet. Then we're going to chain 1 and turn, working back into that chain 2 space. We're going to work a single crochet, 2 chains, 1, 2, back into that chain 2 space, a single crochet, then work into the middle chain 2 space with a single crochet, chain 2, 1, 2, and work another single crochet into that chain 2 space, and then into the last chain 2 space you're going to work a single crochet, followed by 2 chains, and another single crochet into that space. So that's the entire texture. You're just going to repeat that all the way along until the headband measures 13 inches. If you want to change the length of the part that wraps around your head, just make more or less rows. Something to keep in mind though is when we do the ends here that taper, this is going to add another 2 inches to the length of the headband. So don't make it so long so that when you tie it, it can't go tight enough. So if you want the headband to measure around, like the thick part to measure around the head, say for 17 inches, make sure that you only crochet the main part of the headband till it reaches 15 inches. I hope that makes sense. And then of course we'll add on the ties later and do that. So I'll put the instructions up on the video here and you can just read those as you need to. And then we'll meet up and we will do the tapering here. I'll show you how to do this little taper on the end and the ties. Okay, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, so I've made my headband part, the part that goes around the head, 13 inches long. And all I'm going to be doing, is chaining 1 and turning, then chain 2 more, 1, 2. So that's a total of 3 chains. Then we're going to find our second chain 2 space and work a single crochet, followed by 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and then single crochet in the last chain 2 space. Okay, so there's those 2 chain 3 spaces made. Then we're going to chain 1 and turn, and then single crochet into the first chain 3 space, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then single crochet in that second chain 3 space. Okay, then you're just going to chain 1 and turn and work a chain of 45. So just slip stitch into that chain 3 space and then just chain 45. 1. So go ahead and do that and then I'll meet up with you and show you how to do the opposite end of the headband. We'll see you soon. Okay, so I just finished my first end here and we're just going to flip it over to the other end. So we're going to be working, we're going to be working in the chain 2 spaces again. So you just want to find where those are in that very first row that you did. So you can do that just sort of by stretching your stitches, or perhaps look at it this way and then you can see the curve here. So that's where we're going to be working. So all we're going to be doing now on this end is joining our yarn with a slip stitch into that first chain 2 space. So that counts as 1 chain, and then you're going to chain 2 and then go into that second chain 2 space with a single crochet, chain 3, 2, 3, and then go into that last chain 2 space there with another single crochet, chain 1 and turn, then go back into that first chain 3 space with a single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, then do a single crochet in that next chain 3 space, chain 1 and turn, and then you're going to do a slip stitch into that chain 3 space and work your 45 chains again. So you can just go in and weave in your ends, and I'll show you on this end here how I like to do it. I like to weave in my ends, so I just like to find the back bump of this stitch and weave in and out of those there. And I would do that for the opposite end, and I'll do it for pretty much the entire length of the tail of the yarn. And that is everything. So that's the Whispering Lace headband. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them below, and if you make them and you're on Instagram, be sure to tag me at Pretty Darn Adorable. I'd love to see what you're making out there and hear who you're making it for.
Thanks so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out these videos next. And until next time, bye-bye.